What's up, sports fans? He's Roy Wood Jr. I'm Michael Kosta. Roy, it's summer, and you know what that means.
I sure do, Kosta. You're drunk on White Claw.
Yes, and it also means that sports are heating up.
Yes, they are. Baseball's in full swing. The hockey playoffs are underway. Phil Mickelson won the Masters despite being so old that technically he died several years ago.
It's impressive, but all eyes, Roy, are on tennis and the superstar missing from the French Open.
After boycotting a press conference and revealing her battle with depression, tennis star Naomi Osaka is out of the French Open by choice. Before the tournament even began, she had announced on social media she would opt out of press during the French Open, saying she's not going to subject herself to people that doubt her. Then Sunday, Osaka skipped her post-match news conference and was slapped with a $15,000 fine and a warning. But she announced on Twitter Monday the best thing for the tournament, the other players, and her own well-being would be if she withdraws altogether.
Naomi Osaka, that's my girl, Kosta. Not only did she put her mental health first and show the world that athletes struggle with depression too, she also embarrassed French people. Serves them right. Screw the French, Kosta.
Hey, I know you're just saying that because you got kicked out of mime school, Roy.
They weren't ready for a talking mime. I'm in a box.
Yeah, it still doesn't work. I think the French Open had a point here, Roy. You can't let some players get out of their obligations and force other players to do it. If you let tennis players skip out of the post-match press conference, next thing you know, they'll be skipping out on serving the ball or lobbing. Then the whole sport is just two people staring at each other and grunting loudly.
We're not talking about the game. We're talking about the post-match press conference. Who cares about that shit? Athletes have never said anything interesting after the game. I lost because I didn't score enough points. There's never been an interview where an athlete's been like, well, I know who killed Jeffrey Epstein. Tune in after the next match to find out more.
That is a fair point, so I'm going to give it to you. But let's move on from the tennis octagon to the boxing diamond.
Oh my God, you are drunk.
Well, that, and I never learned shapes. The point is, over the weekend, we saw one of the weirdest boxing matches in recent history.
It wasn't the knockout many boxing experts predicted as YouTube celebrity Logan Paul went the 8-round distance with former multi-time world champion Floyd Mayweather. The two squared off last night in Miami.
The Florida State Boxing Commission didn't sanction the fight because of the size and skill level disparities.
Mayweather made at least $10 million just for participating, and then he got 50% of the pay-per-view buys. He could get as much as $100 million.
Come on. How they gonna pretend this was a real fight, Kosta? It was a retiree versus a YouTube celebrity. This wasn't a boxing match. It was a boxing match.
I don't understand sign language, Roy, and I don't get your point. Maybe it didn't follow your beloved Marquis de Sade rules, but two men punching each other in the face is a fight.
Dude, the Florida State Boxing Commission didn't even sanction this fight. If the state of Florida thinks your fight isn't legit, you know something's up. Let's wrap this up with some basketball. The NBA playoffs are heating up, Kosta.
That's right. The Jazz are looking good, the Nets are dominating, and the Knicks are back to their natural state of not being in the playoffs. But the big story here, LeBron James and the reigning champs were kicked out faster than me in a Chipotle. They aren't kidding about that lifetime ban thing, Roy. Gotta respect it.
Yo, this really sucks for the king, but at least now he's free to play for Team USA in the Olympics this summer.
Oh, I wouldn't count on it, Roy.
In a press conference after the game, LeBron was asked about his plans for the summer. Will he play for Team USA in the Olympics?
I think I'm gonna play for the Toon Squad this summer instead of the Olympics. I think that's what that's my focus on trying to beat the Goon Squad. I'm gonna let the ankle rest for about a month, and then I'm gonna gear up with Lola, Taz, Granny, Bugs, and the rest of the crew.
Come on, LeBron. Look, I don't know what's worse, bailing on the Olympics to promote some movie or giving Granny a shout out in a press conference. Nobody cares about Granny.
Oh, you keep Granny's name out of your mouth, Roy. Have you seen my back tattoo? It's a massive Granny tramp stamp. And who cares if LeBron's not competing at the Olympics? Nobody watches the Olympics to watch basketball. You watch to see all the less popular sports. You know, running, jumping, running and jumping, jumping into the water, horizontal running in water.
Look, my point is, Olympic basketball is way more important than movie basketball. I don't want to watch LeBron dunk on some two-dimensional cartoon. I want to watch LeBron dunk on some Italian player who doesn't even come up to his nipples.
But this just proves my point on why we need post-game press conferences, Roy. Without them, we wouldn't know that LeBron James wants everyone to come see his movie. That's invaluable information. Unbelievable.
Back to you, Trevor. Kosta, you seriously don't know shapes?
It's called being shape blind, Roy. Look it up, okay?
What shape is this? What shape is that?
Purple. That's purple. I know that. Roy, you still there?